Blue Bagger, Ampol, Kate, Crossy. How are we all? Up the roos, up the football. We're here doing Australian rules football as I frantically try and find my remote. How are we all? We are well and truly in World Cup season, but our bread and butter is this wonderful game we call AFL. We'd like to thank KO for continually trying to get me to purchase the fight this week. Cheers for that. Not going to do it, but you keep trying. I respect the hustle, my comrades. How are we all? Got an action-packed week of sport. Repping my brethren here. The Aussies start their campaign, obviously this weekend, against Turkey. So, repping them. G'day, Andrew, Kate, Edwina, Ampol. Mate, can you imagine if you did it? Leg Dog, how are you, my friend? How good was that tough, mate? How good was that? How good was Mexico? Big fan of Mexico. Was really glad. Thank you, Langy. Korea game was good. I was actually busy recording with Terry. So I've only seen the highlights. I am Super Blue. Mate, England is obviously always my first choice. But obviously, this weekend, my second nation, my beautiful Australia, begin. So we'll be supporting the Aussies as always as well. Hopefully, the dream is Australia-England final. As we've got a big game. So late out, Bose late change, George Stevens in. Hey, KB, good luck, mate. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, we have. We got loads of watch-alongs this week. Scott Camperelli. What an effort. Shit, David, I owe you a phone call, mate. Apologies. I will sort that this weekend in between the plethora of the watch-alongs. Chat, you've got a load of Pom this week. So for those joining in, let me get me schedule. Me sketch. Where is me sketch? Got way too many images here in my Pom thing. So tomorrow we are live for the WA South Australia Junior game. So we've got a lot of hot draftees to watch. In the Arvo, we're watching North Melbourne versus Weagles. And then we have Sunday, you've got me like all morning, right? All morning. You've got Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland, and Australia, Turkey. Christina, how you doing? Edwina, indeed. Mate, to be honest, Spain are my pick to win the thing. I think Spain are good. And that's the first time I've never said England in my life. I can't wait to watch the Aussies. Can't wait. Like, genuinely, I am amped to watch some football with actual emotional care factor into it. So, I'm keen. Keen, look at this. See? Got Pom wearing an Australian shirt. Giving the Aussies love. Caelan Murray, Super Blue. So, yeah, Caelan Murray, looking at here, I have him at the minute 38. Obviously, Allies coming up. Like I always say, that is when everyone jumps. That is when everyone jumps, mate. So I reckon he might jump in because a few of your academy boys have historically jumped then. Like Jasper Fletcher was a big one from memory. Who's Turkey's best player? Arda Güler, probably. I'd say. Probably the most well-known as well, I'd say. Blue Bag, I believe they've got them all, haven't they? Would I be incorrect? I have got Twitch. We are streaming on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. And Paul, rate that. I'll rate that. I'll rate that. I'll rate that. Don't mind that. Was that Matty Ryan? The Aussie goalkeeper? Not a bad shot stopper is Matty Ryan. Underrated, I reckon. Soft spot for Turkey. Mate, they've had some good players in history. Smitsa, I hope not, because like it's weird the Australian Rugby Union not being one of the dominant forces. But I am looking forward to cheering on the Aussies in the World Cup. Big game Sunday as well. You know, Scotland kick off their campaign against Haiti. That'll be a good game as well. Hey, Don's on top. How are you, Squire? Langy, look, I mean, I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I like the fact Carlton have played him early as well. Hey, Tough, good to see you, mate. Is this game the Battle of the Roses, Geelong Suns? What would be the Yorkshire-Lancashire rivalry? What would it be? Queensland, New South Wales? Would it be like? Would it literally be Sydney versus Brisbane? Would be the closest. Scott, that would be sick. Bluebagger was a good game as well, wasn't it? Raul Jimenez, great to see him score. Oh, I agree. Yeah, definitely. But David, what would be the most heated state rivalry? It doesn't really come into AFL, does it? It's a weird thing that AFL doesn't really have that like state line rivalry. But it does when it plays state of origin. But like no one really cares if Brisbane plays Geelong. Yeah, in the NRL we've got it definitely. Just AFL, there isn't that like kind of interstate war, is there really, of like clubs repping it. Intriguing. Because is there any rivalries in the AFL? I'm just trying to think of it. That cross a state divide that's heated. Thank you very much, Cam Cobb. I appreciate you. Any player in the world play for England? Oh. Oh, you'd probably have to look at the back line, wouldn't you? Like left back. Left back would be up there. Best, like, Nico Riley is amazing. But, like, who would we replace Nico Riley with? Like, Mendes, Portugal? You know what? Controversial. If you're playing free in central midfield, right? Bellingham's a lock. Rice is a lock. I wouldn't mind someone like Valverde. Also, Kane, one-man army. Wouldn't mind Haaland. Hey, congratulations, guy. Yeah, willpower, like the States. It's weird that we don't have, like, club interstate rivalry. Like, a club, like interstate rivalry. I'm good, Lou. I'm good. Good question, that, about what player would I have in England. I mean, you could maybe go goalkeeper as well. You could make an argument. Like, is it a Courtois, Donnarumma? Would it make England better? Christine's not been in chat yet. Leave the Kling film. Elise. You know what? I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think our wingers are a weak area. Good evening, Rainer. I'm good, Lou, anyway. How are you, mate? Good question, that. You know, the back four, I think England's weakness, if I'm totally honest, back four is probably, you'd say it's its deficiency. And the depth forward. Langy, that's a good call. That's a good call, that says, as well. Yeah, I agree, Mark. It's just weird that we don't have, like, you know, like most of the other sports have, like, that inter-county, state line hatred that kind of transcends. But we really haven't got that, have we? Interesting. Should play on that. Tell you, there you are. There's something to play on. You know what? I'd like to start a Cout and GWS rivalry. I'd like to start that. Good evening, Rational Roman. Yeah, good point. Good point, Mark. Oh, mate, how did he miss that? You know what, as well? As a kid, you're always taught you'd go with your left there because the miss is hard. The miss is hard. Will it stop them watching US to UK times? Well, I can watch it in a hotel room, can't they? Don't have to go to the pub. Blue Bagger, unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, yeah, I do through my nana. So I always hope they do well. Don's on top. We could do. I'd just like to see. I just don't like GWS, so I just think it would make my life a little bit easier if we could have like a hatred. Smitzer, I mean, look, but it's a good thing as well. Yeah, Mark, there is like kind of that hatred, but it doesn't seem to boil over into club. Scott, try my best. try and be best. I would like to see it. I'd like to see it. Mexico did look good, actually. You can never count them. I mean, even though they are North America, they play a South American style of football. It's hard to go against the South American style of football. Hey, Damien, how you doing? You know what? Geelong's kit looks absolutely... Can I just be controversial here? It looks gash. Without the stripes, it looks absolutely gash. And usually I like an all-white kit. But it looks absolutely piss. It looks like someone's washed it too much. Fair call, that, Jess. I agree. Look, I'd just like to see it. It genuinely looks like, you know when you've got a shirt that you've had way too much? You know what? Here's a little pom fact. Have you noticed when females toss the coin at the start of the game? They are the only ones who don't make a meal of it. Like, when we get young men and they do these stupid, like, looking in... More of that, please. More of that. Just toss the coin, fuck off. Yeah, Ampo, it genuinely looks like it's a mistake. Real Madrid. It's just, yeah, it just looks weird. And then the logo makes it look tacky. It looks like, you know, one of them, like, overseas rip-offs. Is the best way I could describe it. Like, you know when, like, someone... Says, true. More of that. Yeah, Rational Roman. True, it's a Leeds colour. Carlton Football Club lovers, mate. It's crazy. And then, like, Gold Coast, they've, like, forgot to colour in their logo. It looks like, genuinely, they've bought their Guernseys from an illegal eBay store. Didn't actually mind it, KB. I actually thought it looked quite schmick. It looked quite schmick. I actually liked it. It was different. To be fair, though, if you did have a footballer's body, you would definitely go a size down. To be fair. Like, I take the piss out of players all the time for it. But makes sense. Grey curls, probably. Hey, Nodge, how are you, mate? They did, but it just looks tacky on that shirt. It makes it look crap. Is it grey as well? I'm trying to work out. It looks slightly grey. Is there a reason for that kit that I've missed before I take the piss out of it? Like, it's not like for fucking a serious charity, is it? There we are, ball tap down. Bailey Smith runs under it. The big dog, Uslin Mullin, gives it off and a kick straight down to Big Manor. Turns and goes. Drills it in. Oh, missed mark there. Tanner Braun at the fall of the ball. Quick hands from Tommy Atkins. Blitzarbs gives it off to JM. Jack Martin up in the air. And Sam Collins, who's been brilliant this year, puts John Noble in trouble. Tom Atkins off the deck. We have the first. Sardinia Park. I like that. You know what I love? You know, Jess, this is like a niche thing, but how the umpires look in the 1970s is exactly how every butcher used to dress in England. Like when I was a kid. And I always find that weird when I watch footage. What's going on, Luke, down there? Blue Bagger, that's amazing. Sardinia Park, that is. That's your best work, mate. That's genuinely tickled me. I am so calling it Sardinia Park from now on. I'm never calling it anything else. There we go. First blood to the Cats. And tapped down by Mitch Edwards, who's rumoured to be signing a 4-year deal in the next 24 hours. Tap down. Matt Rowell looking for options. Good little handball. Tanner Braun got nowhere to go. Tuke Miller wrestled, and it's going to be a free kick. Looking for the switch. Why did they wear them shirts at the umpires in the 70s? Was there like a particular reason? Because they look like cricket umpires. I'm guessing that's what it is. Is there any like history behind cricket umpires and AFL umpires? Brought down. Oh, nowhere to go. Bailey Humphrey runs into Blitzarbs. Good stoppage. I do rate it. Edwina, mate, you can't beat like that. That's how I want my butchers to look, to be fair. You can't trust meat. Wait, it looks really bizarre. You know what it looks like, Will? Sunday League football. These look like kits in Div 8. Quick hands from Petrarca. It's got to be holding the ball. It is. Uslin Mullin, he's going to give Petrarca a full service tonight. Crossy, he's halfway there, isn't he? Yeah, right. No, so was that what it was? Was it like cricket umpires just did it? And is that why like they kept the umbrage? Cut. To be fair, I think it looks better than it does now, to be honest. Max Holmes, handball outright, finds Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith manages to worm a kick up to half forward. Pressure everywhere. Great hands by Sam Collins. And he gets the kick away. It's not a good one. That might be the best mark I have ever seen. Zach Guthrie fell over and still managed to take the mark. Inside it goes. Flying from Dempsey. Hands are everywhere. Players are everywhere. Johnny Noble looking for options. Tuke Miller helps out. Quick hands. Great running from Noble, and he ushers it up to the centre of the field. Walter finds Tracker. The first time Tracker's had the ball without Mullin on him. And Zeke Hewland. Is that going to be a downfield free? That was a late contact. Bulldozer. I rate that. Hey, Rainer, there you are. You see, more we know. Yeah, so what is the reason they've got this kit? Good mark. Good kick. Ben King takes the mark. So what is the all-white kit about? I'm assuming it is something serious. Rational rum, and purely because of violence. Like, some of the idiots who watch... Like, can you imagine Millwall with flares? They'd set someone alight. Ben King ambles in. Very deliberate action, but it's a behind. Did he, Jazz? That's weird, that. He doesn't seem very pro-Geelong, though, when I hear him talk. Hey, AD, how are you, mate? Max Holmes clears his lines, back pocket up down that right wing. And Mitch Edwards, no way that's a Markhams. Is that why they're doing it then? So they're just doing it for like a niche... it's probably because it's the most working class part of London, Will. So, like, working class usually in the UK represents violence. In the 80s it did, 70s and stuff. Short kick by Noble, just to the right wing. They were, like, the toughest firm, like, gang of fans in the UK for a long time, them in Cardiff. Ah, the more you know, says. Kate, that's just bizarre. Oh, really, Ampol? That... Why do we always steal stuff from America? Oh, Danny Rioli does a bit of a dance, gets round his man, kicks inside. It's going to miss everyone in a boundary throw. Yeah, well, they were hard. So they were hardcore. Like, the Den is a horrible place to go if you're an away fan. Edwina, I don't mind that. Probably wouldn't sing it to him, though, but I don't mind it. And another clearing kick from Geelong. Blitzarbs using that big frame of his to take the mark. Does it well on Ben Jepson. Here they come now, Geelong. The run and stun. Tanner Braun gives it off. It's a nice-looking kick as well. Finds young Wilshire. Wilshire, empty goal square. Will it have the legs? Danny Rioli is quick. Manages to stop it on the line. Oh, Jack Martin. Oh, Jack Martin. Well done. Big Mac Andrew. That was fantastic. That was shocking from Jack Martin. He did everything but kick the goal. I do wait to eat though, Edwina. Blue Bagger, it's a gift, isn't it? It's a gift. And a kick out, intercept, a nice grab there by Matt Rao. Goes short, ignores it, goes and takes his time. What was he doing there? Like, once he turned in, just kick it with your left. Quick hands here. Will the Suns punish them? And that's a great transition. Hey, Damien, who are you backing here? Why have they chalked off a behind for Gold Coast? Was Ben King's actually out of bounds? You know what I love about Ben King is every time I watch him, his kicking is either A grade or like Z grade. See, look. Absolutely nails that one. Smith, I agree. Like, it's either a total miss or nailed through. Yeah, Jess, they've been weird, haven't they? It's weird that they've got all this talent. They just don't seem to have that cohesion. Didn't I read somewhere that the All Whites are going to wear the All Black kit? Because that looks sick. Black Books, that's the one with, the English comedian with the beard and the bald head and the longish hair. His name's gone out of my head. He was always in Have I Got News for You and Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Oh, his name's gone out of my head. I've seen it, but it would have been when I was at university. So, like 9 times out of 10, I would have been hungover. So I don't remember it fully, but I have seen it. Petrarca tries to get the ground ball, comes out to Sam de Koning, aims at an empty goal square, and that's going to go through for a behind. Bill Bailey, that's the one. Thank you, Guy. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either, to be honest. I'm with you. It's not the prettiest. That's crazy, that Rational Roman. That's it. Yeah, thank you, Edwina. I have seen it. I haven't, like, taken it in. Frank, g'day, mate. How you doing? Mark Andrew. Good. Oh, good intercept from Bailey. Drills it long from 65. Oh, who made the ball egg-shaped? It sits on its pointy end. And Gold Coast survive. But for how long? Wilshire handballs into space. It's not a good handball. You could argue that was a trip, and John Noble should look for a nice option here. Joel Jeffrey finds McAndrew. Hey, Alex, how are you, mate? Grey Curls, what's your prediction for this one, my friend? So 7-6, 11.50 to play in this first. Tell you what, the Norwegians can drink, mate, I tell you. Drilled down by Noah Anderson. Bit of footworking to do. Jed Walters manages to get the handball away. Camilla's got 2 to beat. Look at the frame and the rig on him. Not too sure how he legally handballed that. Lombard, though, dinks the kick in. And Benny Long takes the mark. Yeah, I think you see what? It's an underrated fact. He does change the dynamic, though, Jess, in the terms of like that whole atmosphere. I think that's why when people go to watch football, it's so intense. But it is a lot more of an enjoyable experience. Oh, Ben Long had that ripping on the curl. 7-0. That's crazy, Rational Roman. Grey Hills. That's a good tip, that. I'll rate that. Wizard, much love, mate. You know what? Rowan Atkinson, grossly underrated. Hey, Blue Bag, I've got the heater right by my feet here. It is a bit chilly today. But I've repped the heater because I'm wearing the shirt. Tell you what, these shirts are really thin as well. I mean, obviously you come from Australia, but I feel like the England one's thicker. Sam de Koning goes up to the goal square. Double fister from Budi Uland. And he gets the praise. Bulldozer, I think it's... Have you noticed, though, like Ampo, you're Collingwood, would you have re-signed Darcy Cameron if you knew the rules would be this effective? Because I love Jared Witts, but I do think we're getting past them. Well, it says, you see, that creates its own problem in the UK because your mates one of you will have to sacrifice and try not to celebrate, which is one of my favourite things, says. Going to an away game in your jersey, but you'll put like a hoodie over it. Yeah, Rich Ewing, I think that's a good call, that. Blackadder is one of the best series. Boundary throw, McAndrew does a bit of work there, but Lombard gets the ground ball. Joel Jeffries goes inside. Danny Rioli flips it out. John Noble, dinky little kick. Lachlan Gulbin gives it back. Down the line they go, and it's a shocking kick. Out of bounds on the full. Good evening, Lucinda. How are you, my darling? Taken quickly by Collar Jasney. Do you think Jake Collar Jasney is one of the more underrated players? I think he's a very solid customer. I agree, Kane. Couldn't agree more, mate. How do you rate Jerry's adapted to it, Kane? SDK goes inside, finds Tommy Atkins. Atkins puts it up on top of the 50. And Buddy Hewland's there. Oh, good dancing feet. And Sam Collins, a Goggins-like handball. An old name here at Sardinia Park. Quick handball back by Jai Murray. They go inside again, find Sam Collins. You know what? Crazy Mr. Bean is so funny without any, like, verbals. Like, underrated that. Ben Jepson here, left half-back flank. 9 minutes to play in this first. Jeff, they do look very... It's a very weird kit. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. And Kolajasny intercepted by Jeffrey. Rao under a lot of pressure. Jack Martin came from nowhere. Tuke Miller tries to fashion a kick forward, but Connor Sullivan too clever and goes back inbound. I love a little bit of hail and pace. That's vintage, that's Smitter. Quick hands inside, delivered in by Mark O'Connor to the goal square. Martin had it until he didn't. Sam Collins, frantic handball. Ollie Henry, desperation from Sam Collins. That is brilliant. He's got to be in all-Australian form, would you say, Sam Collins? Fair call? I've never watched that, Jess. What is it? Is it like a TV show, like a sitcom, or is it just like stand-up stuff? The young ones. How good's Neil? Quick hands inside, out they come. Lachlan Gulbin drives it down to half forward. Ben King is the target and spoiled over the line. What do you do for your birthday, guy? Did you go anywhere nice? Do anything exciting? Tommy Atkins looking inbound. Georgie Stevens been dominant in VFL. Turns the ball over though. Buddy Hewland takes the grab. The goodies, mate, there was some... Bottom's brilliant as well, like you said. There's all sorts of vintage shows. Up to half forward. Ball comes to ground. Ben Long got company here from Kolajasny. Rao, quick hands. A spill from Gulbin. He goes backwards. Noah Anderson now will drive it inside 50. It's a tantalising kick. And Jed Walter takes the mark. You know what I used to like, which is totally obscure? I don't know if you had it over here, but League of Gentlemen. Frank Spencer. Oh, Betty. Hey, Guy, mate, have a good one, mate. You deserve it, buddy. And that is a ripping goal from Jed Walter. Suns lead. I'll give it a watch, Jess. Will it be something that I get without knowing Australian culture through and through? I ask. But I think sometimes you've got to... There might be some in-jokes that might require me to get it. Why don't I think Gold Coast midfield's working? You know what I think with Gold Coast is a little bit... I'd say their last 6 weeks have been a little bit like Adelaide's first 6 weeks. That they just didn't... They're not taking the game on. They're very passive. And I think the Suns' best football is when they're quick. Gods must be crazy. $10, Adrian. You know what? I'll check it out, mate. Thank you very much for the donation. I'll give it a watch then, Jess, and I'll report back. I didn't watch the NBA. I watched portions of the fourth because my mate was going mental in the chat that they were coming back. Good mark. Sam Collins. It's not paid. Stoppage in front. Rational Robin, to be fair, Mr. Bean is incredibly funny. Dad's Army is my all-time favourite. I'm a guilty of that. John Noble, quick hands inside. Noah Anderson finds Petrarca. Noble, Anderson. Quick hands. Sam Collins smothered off the boot, and man, I can't do anything. Taken quickly, and Mac Andrew rises like a salmon upstream. I'll have to check them out then. If everyone likes it, we'll do it. The gods must be crazy. I think I tipped Gold Coast for this one. Wizard. Gold Coast go quickly, and he's all on his own. Good mark, and look at that. That's selfless play. Dishing the dime to Leo Lombardo. You stupid boy. I used to love Walker. Do you remember him, the Spiv? How good was him, selling illegal contraband? Beautiful play, though, from Charlie Ballard. Just dishes off a dime here. Geelong just stopped playing and Lombard in acres of space. Skag Monkey is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. The corner shop is the corner shop that I had growing up as well. Big goal from Lombard. Gold Coast. Out of nowhere now. 3 goals. To what? 3 goals to 1 goal. Hey, Biffa, how are you? Now, League of Gentlemen is such a good photo. Sure. Yeah, Luke, it was massive, mate, the in-betweeners. Absolutely massive. My best mate in our group chat, we called him Simon because of that, Naif, because of Si, because Si, he was literally like Simon at school. Super. Right, I will add it to my watch list. Done. Quick clearance there by the big Uslim Mullin. Can Henry do something with it? Pressure is frantic. But the Gold Coast just keeps surviving. This has been a bizarre start to the game. I was more of a Coronation Street, Luke. It's a good call, Don's on top. We probably do need to do it, to be fair. I have Langy, yeah. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But things don't translate well for the Americans, I think. Like, holding the ball. Well done, Tommy Atkins. Wrestled Rowell there and goes quickly. Finds the mark. Shannon Neal straight in front. Favourite movie of all time? Bluebag, that's a good one. Probably Star Wars Empire Strikes Back or Back to the Future. Probably Back to the Future 2 as well. I really like Back to the Future 2. It is Guy, yeah, from Red Dwarf. Nails the goal to Shannon Neal, and this game's starting to get a little bit lively. Jess recommended Super Wog, Biffa. And I've also got Gods Must Be Crazy as a movie that's Australian heritage. Don't mind that, mate. There was an American Kath and Kim. I don't know how that would work. Guy, great movie. Apocalypse Now. Rate it. Can't beat Corrie, mate. Chopper was a very good movie. Davidson was my Doctor Who. And Joel Jeffrey wins the free kick. 3 minutes to play in the first. Johnny Noble takes off. Goes up the wing. Comes off the shins, but Matt Rowell cleans it up. Danny Rioli got 3 for company. Good gut running from Sam Close. He finds Noble, who started this attack. Puts himself in trouble, though, and Manor wraps him up for holding the ball. Alvin Purple. Alvin Simon Theodore. Shot a goal from Wilshire. That is special. What a goal. We're all square. What a goal. Is that another Australian movie, Edwina? Okay, added. David, wait till you watch Farmerdale, or Emmerdale as it's properly called. That is mixed up, that, mate. Lord of the Rings, rate that. Been a good first quarter. Blue Bagger. Knight Rider, can't beat it. Evidently, they're doing an all-white for Community and bring themselves together as one, Bradman's dad. A little bit new age for me. The Matrix is a great call, Grumman. It would be up there in mine. Soundtrack of The Matrix is his ripper as well. Matt Rao dances inside, tries to bob one in. Oh, Moyle nearly had it too. Camilla, though, that's a dangerous-looking handball. Ben King, he has support. Petrarca, off a step. And Dempsey on the line. I'll check it out, Edwina. I'll rate it. Oh, jumps everyone. Gold Coast got another chance here. They've still got time here. Sam Collins, that's the third kick he's had, smothered off the boot. I haven't, Biffer. Mate, it's weird. Look, I think it's too new age for fucking babies, to be honest. But, I mean, it's weird, isn't it, that? Things to do in Denver when you're dead. I've gone Gold Coast, mate. I've gone the Suns. How are you, Mag? Oh, Guy. Tell you what, I'll have to Google it. I do know what you mean, though. Has a shot at goal and smothered behind. Well done. It was like Darling Buds. Was it Darling Buds of May? That's Par Larkin, wasn't it? Hey, thank you very much, Magnus. And Dangerfield takes the resulting free kick. And we are now 25-19. Soft free, that. I agree, chat. Andy Garcia is underrated. Yeah, Peter Davidson's my Doctor Who. Adrian, we were talking about that actually the other watch-along the other week. But like a lot of them, you know what? A lot of them things that are on PC in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, if you look at them, genuinely, like, even though they might have had stereotypes that are negative now, a lot of them you laughed at the guy who was the bad guy. Like Steptoe and Son. Like, the guy is very anti-immigration, but it's... You kind of laugh at how ridiculous he is. That's like the joke, that he's such an idiot. Quick hands and a stoppage just out the front. Yeah, says, spot on. Magnus, he'd slot in. I agree, Bradman's dad. You know what? I'm with you. I love the fact that we try and branch out and do things that other countries do as sport. But the Americans, for me, I think it only works in American sport. with all due respect to the Americans, I just think that they do their sports very well, and they're not very like American sports, bar baseball. No one really gives a shit about over the world. Chased down by Ben King, and that will be the quarter. What a quarter we've had. Skag Monkey, I haven't seen that for ages. Yeah, I always find like American sport, it's like people always talk to me about like, you know, college sport and like how the AFL draft is. While I agree, I wish we had the marketing of the American draft. My issue with the American draft, that's mind your language, Paul. But I always think, I agree, Jess. But it's one of them things where I just think when you look at American sport, it's very specific. Very specific to their like system. Like I just don't think you can. There's not many like I always think this. Could you imagine the start of like say the FA Cup, and if the British sang "God Save the Queen" and then the RAF flew overhead, and then a fucking tank rolled in? Like England would be considered the most racist country in the world if we do that. But when the Americans do it, it's patriotic. Hey Ben, how are you, mate? Johnny, do you really think that? Well, I mean, as a citizen of this great nation, I think that's a weird comparison. Bradman's dad, I was here for the sanctions because I remember, like, you know, they had to play with, like, players who had never played the game. But do you reckon James Hurd's really going to be the Essendon coach? KB, it's weird. It is weird. Like, the thing I'd love... Hey, I appreciate you, Judy. But I will say this. I wish we had the coverage of the draft like the Americans do. Like, I wish we did. Like, I wish we did. I wish we did have the coverage the Americans do for the draft, because that's, like, magical. Ben Stokes. To be honest, right, I'll be totally honest with it. I'm not again. Look, to be honest, like, he's not doing anything illegal. But also, there's a certain standard you've got to expect. And when your captain doesn't follow the regulations, like, for me, I think Ben Stokes is part of the toxicity of English cricket. There is an arrogant problem with the English cricket team at the minute, which really pisses me off, and I do think he's one of the big ones. That makes sense, that, Corey. I don't think so. That's interesting, Jess. But hey, how are you, James? But I do think part of it is Ben Stokes. I think Ben Stokes is arrogant, and I think that rubs off. I don't think he should be the captain. And Harry Brook, I am worried about England because they've overlooked Harry Brook and given it back to Joe Root. Yeah, I'm with you, Rational Roman. Been very good first quarter. I have indeed, Ben. I'm a I love the Mexico game. Hey, I love him, Bradman's dad. I just think, like, the big thing with England now is if they're going into the next stage of it, I think it's like for me, like what Jess says there as well, it was an agreement that him and McCullum did to stop the drinking curfew. He only did an interview 6 weeks ago where he sworn off alcohol to help repair the face when he got hit. So I think you make a rod for your own back if you're the leader and you don't follow your own rules. Would I take Jagger or Finn O'Sullivan now? Still Team Jagger. Like if you remember from my draft, Jagger was number 1. Nothing against Finn, though. I think he's a great player. You know what, though? World Cup 94 was all right, Norge, though. Yeah, I agree, Jess, but I actually think if you look at all the work he's done at Yorkshire, he's really tried to change his career. So I think you've got to give him the chance. Like, yeah, it's quite funny because, you know what? The person who interviewed him, Bradman's dad, was the person who interviewed him when he won the game against New Zealand. And he goes, can't wait to get on the beers with the boys. But like 6 weeks ago when he broke his eye socket in the nets, he talked about swearing off alcohol to help get fit and how his life has improved by not drinking. So I just thought that was quite funny. Did you know what I mean? That like 1 minute you're not drinking, and then the next minute you're getting on the beers. Hey James, it was a good World Cup, wasn't it? Yeah, Judy. You know what? I think Australia's cricket team lacks a bit of ego, and England's has too much ego. We need to find the happy median. Like, but it is elite from Ben Stokes. I'm not drinking. I feel better. Fucking wins a test match. Can't wait to get on the fucking beers with the boys. Quality. Well done, Benny. Hey, he's a brilliant player, Finn. Brilliant player. That's fair, Jess. Look, I don't mind Joe Root. Goes up to half forward. Oh, Zeke Hewland just can't get free, and out we go. I agree, Ben. Goes down the line. Shannon Neal can't take it. Wilshire, though. Bob's one forward. Jeremy Cameron. Oh, that is shocking from Cameron. 26-19. You know what, Blue Bagger? I've got the Netherlands shirt coming. It's Schmick. Jess, I agree. I think like Australia needs to find some of that. Well, when I was a kid, I always thought Australia's 90s arrogance was kind of charming, but maybe I might have been alone. I actually kind of liked it. Quick hands. Goes forward. Lombard. More quick hands. Bailey Humphrey's got 2 to aim at inside 50. He goes the smaller one in Ben Long. Collar Jasny beats Long. Dribbles the handball, and Connor Sullivan should get them free, which he does. I agree, Don's on top. They are, Blue Bagger. Look, I miss it. I like genuinely. I think that's part of Aussie's charms, that they were arrogant, and that's why they were a great team to watch. I'm with you, Ampo. Test cricket is best. Bailey Humphrey runs under the ball, and Bailey Smith manages to latch onto it. Oh, Guthrie gets the kick away. It's a little bit high. Dan Rioli brings it to ground. That was intelligent from Jai Murray. Zeke Hewland from an impossible angle behind. Got a game on here. I think England can win it. Don't mind that, Norge. I think England can win it. They've got the ability to win it. Need a bit of luck, though, along the way. Jess, you know what? I never understand that with professional sportsmen. Like, I understand you probably want to go to the public eye, but they all go to exclusive clubs anyway, don't they? Like, it's not like they're drinking at Rebs. Like, they're going to a private VIP bar. Just book it out. Don's, I think that's the way of the world, though. Jack Park, how are you? Gav, my main man, how's my brother? How are you, mate? Look, I'm repping your nation, mate, look. Can I just say, this is the best logo in world sport. But that is the best logo in world sport. I was telling Mrs. Pom today, you look at all the other World Cup logos, this is a ripping logo. Short kick finds Jai Murray. Hey, it's all right, Ampo, I love you. Into the pocket we go. 6-point ball game. Jed Walter flies. Bailey Humphrey broke through. Handballs backwards. And deemed holding the ball. I am indeed, Jack Park. Yeah, but surely they have fixers, don't they? Don's on top. And Ben? Same year, mate. Same year. Don't know how I feel about that. England are the St Kilda of the World Cup. G'day, Diesel. How are you, mate? Johnny Noble goes down the line. Good kick finds Jed Walter. Hunter, I'm with you. Yeah, Jess, it makes no sense. Like, I'm with you. I mean, you would have thought just book a nightclub. I mean, I'm sure it'd be easy to get people in for a few beers. I mean, I'd go. I know it's a fair comparison, though. They have a shot at the half forward. Dempsey on the goal line. The pressure's there, though. Sam Closey tackles like an otter. You know what, though? We are doing that as well, Jack Park. There'll be quite a few watch-alongs. Yeah, you see, that's why he was my favourite player. My granddad told me off once because I cheered when Shane Warne got a wicket watching England versus Australia at the ground. E-type Jag, don't mind it. Congratulations, James, on 1,000 subs as well, my friend. Good to see you. He does look good, doesn't he, Noah Anderson? Danny Rioli goes inside, finds Tuck Miller 1-2. This is good. When the Suns move with a bit of pace, they look a lot better. Dempsey concedes the high. Oh, Ben Long shoots a goal behind. You know what, though? I was saying this. Mate, with intent, Bradman's dad. You know what? Though I think the English logo needs to be better. I was saying to Mrs. Pom today, I think that logo's got smaller over the years. Used to feel a lot bigger. Good mark. Jai Murray. Goes up to the forward line. Sullivan was in a bit of pressure. And free kick. Gav, what have you been, what's on this weekend, mate? How's the kitchen reno going? Must have finished by now, mate. Quick hands inside, Max Holmes gets going. Quick hands, the overlap run from Blitzarbs. Neil ignores him, turns and goes himself. It's a packed forward line, and Mac Andrew is patrolling the skies as Noah Anderson takes it off his hands. Dangerous looking kick to Matt Rowell, but takes the mark. Nice red, though, KB, the Canada Guernsey. It's nice, nice red. Do like the red. Good intercept grab. You know what, though, Jess? It's funny because you know did you notice the New Zealand incident that Brooke did? England did well that test series, so no one talked about it until the Ashes. Fascinating how it works. Intercept marked by Shannon Neal. Turns and goes quickly. It's a 4-on-1 against Cameron. And somehow Dempsey is at the back of the pack. Big goal. So it's got 3 Lions. So very similar to the British Lions one. Sardinia Park is honestly some quality work. You know what? Very underrated player, Smitzer. But in saying that, like, look at that. Dempsey has just ghosted everyone there. It is, says. You know me, though. Always in sportsmanship. Don't mind a goal. Sardinia Park is crazy work. I want that as a shirt. The Muhammad Ali of AFL Grey Coats. Quick free kick. Noah Anderson takes it. Look at the tars on him. He's got some tars and he goes inside. Shit kick, Lawson Humphries. You should do Blue Bagger. It's elite, mate. Sardinia Park has got me going. That's brilliant. He just works so well. It works so well. Lawson Humphries looking for options. Dinky kick through the corridor. And he gets it back. Goes down the line. Martin is the target. Good work, though, from Gold Coast. Look, Jess, I mean, I'm a big one on this. They've got to have lives. Like, I always look at it this way. Tradies will go out and get sauced on a Friday. Like, the difference is a sportsman's got more disposable income. Oh, there wasn't any. Man who grew up around one, Gav, I can say that's true. Matt Rao clears inside the corridor. Lawson taps it down. Neil dinky kick. Way too easy. And as Grey Cole said, the rope-a-dope continues. Welcome, Heimdall. Why can't I see Heimdall's name? Jack Martin went on forever and cleared away by Hewland. Finds young Lockie Goulburn. Oh, big tackle. The pressure is frantic from Gold Coast. Noah Anderson, that's good. Oh, stoppage at 50. Juddy, I mean, it is weird. I mean, I wonder how many people have been refused visas at other World Cups. Quick hands. Danger. Handball straight out of trouble. What happens when I do that, Dons? Hey T, how are you, my darling? Are you okay? Hope everything's going well with you. Jack Martin, oh, that's got to be a free kick against Noah Anderson. He's just reverse DDT'd him. Dons, no, I've never. Smegoff, great to see you. How are you, mate? That's got to be ball. You know what? I propose a change of AFL. You know when you're tackling, right? You're tackled and you've got the ball, and you just drop the ball. Why is that not holding the ball anymore? It used to be. Hey, Heimdall. Great to see you, mate. Quick hands inside. Gold Coast up to half forward. Oh, Ben King absolutely bodied Blitzarbs and then puts it down in the slips. And out they come to the wing, and Bailey Humphrey got 3 to beat, and he beats 2.5. Lombard back out. Jai Murray into the pocket. Great kick. Yeah, I agree, Bradman said. Why is it never paid anymore? Like, it's never paid. I'd like to play half forward. Oh, that is... You've seen American Sniper. That's more fucking Avalanche Sniper. That's horrible. 22-32. Yeah, why did we get rid of that? Like, what? Why is that? Because I see that every week. Someone takes 4 steps while being tackled and just lets go of the ball. I'll see what I can do, tough, mate. I just don't get, like, to me, I think that irritates me more than the holding the ball decision. Oh, that's a big mark by Dempsey on the goal line on 3 Gold Coast boys. You know what? I wouldn't mind that. I reckon I could do tagging. I'd have to work on my fitness. Reversal from the umpire. Gold Coast live to fight another day. Yeah, but Don's like, I see what they're trying to do, but like Dangerfield then took on 4 players and just dropped the ball. And here is Dangerfield, takes the mark. I mean, Jeremy Cameron takes the mark 55 out. I appreciate that, Luke. Yeah, but Mark, like, I just think, like, for me, I see that more than anything else. Johnny, you know, another one that annoys me, right? You know, when you watch football or soccer, as you guys call it, and the advantage rule is really up to the team to take the advantage. So, like, if I want to play on quickly, I can just play on quickly, and the referee doesn't alert the other team. It's just play to the whistle. Have you noticed in AFL, advantage is kind of at the discretion of the umpire with the agreement of the other side. So there is no real advantage. Yeah, I'm a big Dempsey boy as well, Ben. Says, fair call. And we got a stoppage, 7:55. But that's another thing that gets me, the advantage rule. There is actually no advantage in AFL. Like, it's not really an advantage. It's more like a... Yeah, Teresa, I just think it's stupid. Like, for me, an advantage should be, I am really ahead of the play. You've made a mistake. Yeah, some weird stuff, look. I think they're just a sexy team. Judd? You know, it's why I've got that hatred of GWS. GWS are a sexy football team, so I think people just overrate them. Manor gets it going forward. Gold Coast here have got a really eyes down lock in here. Dangerfield scrags on the ground. Oh, what was Lombard doing? Runs away from the ball. Oh, Connor picks the ball up. Guthrie finds Manor again. And well done, McAndrew. Yeah, Jess. You see, that's how it works in, like, soccer as well. What position? Key forward. So that's like the biggest forward. That's like, would be like your striker in soccer. Trying to think of what American sports. Wide receivers are the main touchdown scorers in American football, are they? How ignorant's Pom. Blitzabs, good mark. Dinked up to half forward. Big mark. That is brilliant from Oscar Adams. Ben, what makes the game so unique, innit? But I'm with you. I just think advantage is one that annoys me. And it's something I see Carlton do all the time. Like, they've gone too quickly. How can you go too quickly in advantage? The idea is you've got the advantage. Sam de Koning takes the intercept grab, and it's a dangerous-looking kick. Big mark by Manor. 5 minutes to play in this second. Goes through the corridor. Dangerfield. Oh, my God. Oh, sorry. I appreciate you, Yin Blues. 33-22. I pressed the wrong button. Quick mark. If Cameron's paid that mark, the game has gone. Jeepers. It's the advantage one's just a recent Carlton bias because there was so many times the umpire blew the free to us we've played on, and we had like an 8-on-2, and he's called it back so they can get numbers back, and it's like, well, what? And Cameron nails it through. I think that was a bit of a loose free kick for a high. 6 goals 3, 3 goals 4. Pryor is always an interesting one in AFL because it's like that is one of them ones that is dependent week to week. I loved a little bit of Anthony McDonald-Tipperwood. He was a brilliant excitement player. You know what? I don't think we have many charismatic characters like that in the AFL. Ration Romy, you've had some horrible luck with injuries, you and Essen, in the last 24 months. Blue Dagger. Could be that, mate. Well, I mean, at Sardinia Park, you do get favourable decisions if you are wearing white. Petrarca goes backwards. Tommy Atkins. You could argue threw Raul out that competition without the ball. Bailey goes inside 50. What the fuck was Oscar Adams doing there? Quick tackle on Jack Martin. Pressure is everywhere. Ballard. Stupid handball. And Henry kicks the goal. And it's a calamity of errors. 45. Plays 22. Jeff, good call. Yeah, Richard, what's happened with that? Because I saw the AFL mention that in January when they were finalising the draft rules. Very lackadaisical from the Suns. This game. So this is back to Luke's earlier question. When he was saying what's wrong with the Suns. I just think they don't have a gear where they know how to go quickly. They're just really conservative and wasteful recently. I only saw the second half. Juddy, I was out with Mrs. Pom and filming with Terry. But I think that was the only half to watch. Not too sure, I'm Paul. Quick. Oh, is this... That's got to be close to holding the ball, isn't it? What? Ah, he's paid it. Well done, umps. Gobin. Well done. And a chance here for Gold Coast to pull one back. It was very well, Juddy. Yeah, it seemed to come alive when I watched it on the way home in the car. Glad South Korea won. Yeah, I think Teresa's knocked it. I think you need a good amount of role players. They've got a lot of the wow factor. So I think Teresa nails it. Don't mind that rational run. Oh, Rao gives it off to Tuke Miller. Gold Coast really need a goal just before the end of this half. Quick hands, that's been better from the Suns. Lombard. Oh, that was clever. That was Tipper Woody-esque. Oh, this could be Tipper Woody-esque if he gets it back. Oh, that was fantastic from Lombard. Great goals, definitely. That's the thing, though. Like, you've got to, like, just play. It's that execution from them. Second half was good. Big mark. Joe Jeffrey. It's weird as well. Have you seen, Teresa, that they're linked, that a lot of their role players have been linked with moves away? Petrarca wins the ground ball, but we're going to have a stoppage. 2 minutes to play. Hey, I'm with you, Bluebag. I can't wait. Mo Salah is better than Wayne Rooney, John Terry, CR7, and Mbappe or Pogba. We'll come back to that. Zeke Hewland has a shot at goal, misses everything. Are we talking as a complete player, or are we taking like Premier League seasons? Because I would say Mo Salah, I wouldn't say he was better than Wayne Rooney. John Terry, you could maybe make an argument if you're going attack versus defence. CR7, definitely not better than CR7's career, because Mo Salah's played one position. Mbappe, yes. Pogba, yes. I would question John Terry, Wayne Rooney, and CR7. Couldn't score, mate. See, it was very good. Inbound kick. That's nice from the Geelong Cats. Oh, what was McAndrew doing there? No way. Hey, KB, enjoy, mate. Stay safe. Mate, France will be there, Blue Bagger. They always are. Very underrated, Rational Roman. Very underrated, I think. Don't get the respect he deserves. Cameron kicks the goal. I would say Eric Cantona and Thierry Henry are the two biggest players in the world at the Premier League that changed the fortunes of their club. That free kick is unbelievable. Like, I don't even see the contact there. The games tomorrow, I will tell you my tips. So I have got Canada beating Bosnia and Herzegovina. Great name. I've got the US beating Paraguay. Good mark there by Blitzabs, 30 seconds. Hey, Rational Roman, mate, very good player there. I agree there. I wouldn't disagree. You know what? I mean, I think Terry's grossly underrated. Cristiano Ronaldo, so CR7, it's because he always wears the number 7 shirt. How did Jeremy Cameron get away with taking a mark in row Z? Kicks it in, and Oscar Adams takes the mark, and that is the half. 51-23. And the Cats, through a little bit of fortunate umpiring, I might say, have taken the lead. Problems at the minute for the amazing Suns. They have had the territory battle, but they have got the efficiency of a 2-year-old eating greens. Do like a bit of John Terry, to be fair. Do like a bit of John Terry. Not his private life, but he was a very good footballer. Very good footballer. Right, chat. We will be back at 9 p.m. I need a wee. But that was an entertaining half, to say the least. No, I'm with you. Look, I just think when we do tier lists of players, I always think people really stiff defenders. But, like, ultimately, defenders are the most important people in your team. I know that's obvious, but I do. But I do think, like I think you take Salah out the Liverpool side, they potentially still win. But you take John Terry out, I don't think they win. Right, chat. We will be back at 9 p.m. Let me make a thing. Yeah, what's really annoying, I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a little thing, but you know what, chat? We will be... Hey, Overconfident, how you doing? Night, mate. Love you. But we will do... You know what? I'll do this. My presets are broken, chat. I can't put my thing up. Night, mate. Love you. But there you are, chat. We'll be back at 9 o'clock. The tune. How are we? There we are. That's good. Let's get rid of that. How are we? Who's the best player at the World Cup? Who's the best player at the World Cup? I would say the best player, in my opinion, at the World Cup is on form. If I could take any player in any team, I would say either Usman Dembele or I would say I still think Messi is still in the top 3 players in the world. Ricky Ponting, tell you what, he could play cricket, couldn't he? Can we get Ponting back? He was a proper player. Haaland would be close. Elise would be up there as well, 100%. Shane Warne, he could play. He could play. He could play. Anyone seen Kane Williamson has just retired? That's a bizarre retirement. Like in the middle of a series. That's weird. Fair play to him. What a career he's had. What a career he had. Yeah. I only found it because my group chat was going off. Andrew, I think exposure is a big one. I think the increase of academies in the UK is a big one. Increase in academies is a big one. I also think there is a bit of a bias outside of South America and Europe as well for young talent. I think that's a big bias as well. I think with respect to Australia, they are looked down upon. Kane Williamson. He does like a beer. Hey, Andrew, I'm very good, mate. I'm hoping the Suns win. Hey, Lou. You know what? I find it hard. Where would I rate him out of the Fab Four? Who are we talking about, Jackson Brown? Which player? Williamson. I think in order, if we're saying the Fab Four is Coley, Root, Smith, and Williamson, I would say number 1 is Steve Smith. Number 2 is Joe Root. Oh, is that harsh? No, if I'm honest, it's 1 Smith, 2 Coley, Root, Williamson. In my humble opinion. He's on the Thunderbox. What does that mean? Am I really loud? Is that better? Is that better? You know what, Gav? My favourite cricketer during the 90s was Shane Warne. And it used to annoy my granddad. Because, like, obviously the Ashes rivalry. Hayden was brilliant. Gilchrist was brilliant. I used to like Langer as well. Big Langer man. I think he stayed in Test cricket for too long, Lou. But I do think, like, Joe Root's got the longevity. Are the stats around the wrong way? Which? Yeah, I've always liked spinners, man. I've always liked spinners. Why I love Shane Warne was just how cool he made cricket. So, like, cricket in England's like a posh guy's pastime. It's not like a working class sport. And as a kid, I always found English cricket as very pompous, where he was so cool. Damien Martin was good. One of my favourite players as well growing up was Darren Lehman, because he was like absolutely brilliant at England for Yorkshire. Smith, Root, Williamson, Cole in my order. Shane Warne was. I used to hate. I hate to admit this to Australians. I used to hate Ricky Ponting, couldn't stand him, but then like I fell in love with him as he became a commentator. Yeah, Warne was brilliant. Warne was brilliant. Just the ease in which he did it. Haddin used to do my head in. Haddin used to do my head in. You just couldn't get that twat out. Hey, Chills, how you doing? Australia were blessed, weren't you? Rising superstar in the World Cup. That is a very good question. Oh, that's tough. Let's look at the squads. Let's go and look at the squads. You know what? A little bit of a cheat, this. A little bit of a cheat. And I'll say this is a little bit of a cheat purely because of playing Football Manager, but Antonio Nusa at Norway, I reckon he breaks out this World Cup. You know what? Greg Blewett as well. He was amazing. When Lehman made the test team, we had Greg Blewett. Bevan as well was brilliant for Yorkshire. Loved him. Other Australia, you know what? Gilly as well. Jason Gillespie. I really liked him as a kid as well. Used to love him. Big fan. Just the Australian cricketers in the 90s were a lot more likeable than the English. Jan Diamand. I don't mind that, mate. I just think cricket has gone a bit too vanilla now. Is that a fair call? Yamal's a good call. I just feel like it's going to be an interesting one. I feel like cricket's got too vanilla. I think we've like watered cricketers down too much. But I think we've done that with all sport as well. Like soccer players now in the UK, they're just not the same as they were when I was a kid. They were a little bit more humanised. Like you watch soccer players now and they're too weird. He was the spinner, wasn't he? Juddy, who bleached his hair? Like fluorescent blue and stuff? Vaguely remember him. Here we go. Mitch Edwards wrapped up in an absolute vice from young Noah Anderson. He's going to have to get his boys going. Moyle and Edwards do battle. Dan Rioli onto the ball. Interesting. Gets the handball back to Tuke Miller, and he's wrestled. Dean Jones, he could play cricket. He had that like 200, didn't he, in Pakistan? And he had like gastro. Phenomenal. Bradman's dad. I get it now. Sorry. Wasn't he a handy AFL player? Or could play footy decent level? Inside handball and Blitzarb's wrapped up. They do actually lead everything, Bradman's dad, which is weird. Nice little give and go. Joel Jeffrey runs into an open paddock, goes inside. It's an ugly looking kick, and Ben King can't do anything about it. I think Gold Coast here have got a, like, this will be interesting. If Gold Coast lose this, I would go as far to say no flag. Andrew, I just think it's the nature of the beast. I just think the Italians are very traditional. That's a shit kick by Zach Guthrie. It's coming back. I think that the Italian league just doesn't have that power of the marketing, the money. Did you see Andrew Johns today pretending he was Conor McGregor's brother? Elite. Yeah, Faf and KP, they had characters as well. Yeah, Bradman's daddy was such a nice guy, man. So I think that's what's happened with the Italian league, because money's ruined football and they just can't compete. Like in the 90s, it was mental, like you say, in the late 80s. Place to be. Moyle taps it down. Henry, nowhere to go. Stop. Moyle finds Rowell. Rowell's got nowhere to go. And free kick, Matt Rowell. Tommy Atkins. Yeah, I agree, Juddy. I love that Bradman's dad. We'll have to catch up for a beer because I love me cricket. Greenman, I think that's a fair call. We were talking about it in the first quarter. I just think they lack this ability to take the game on. They seem very placid. And the Suns will continue their way. That's a shocking mix. 3-6. Oh, Joel Jeffrey just can't get the mark, and here they come again. You could argue that Dangerfield dragged that in and the umpire will not pay it. Langy, you don't have to. I don't, Jackson. I probably should do. I do watch Yorkshire a lot on YouTube because all the games are on YouTube in the county cricket, which is amazing. Hewland gives the ball off. Jai Murray hugs the line, out of bounds on the foot. How good were Gray Nichols? I was a good and more man. And Johnny Noble pushed out of bounds. And a boundary throw about to commence. Moyle does battle against Blitzarbs. Blitzarbs manages to win the tap. And Rowell tries to see it through. And another boundary throw. Gav, that is niche, brother. Manor off the back of a pack. Into 50, and Neil takes the mark on Collins. Brian Lara, Hayden. Hayden was a ridiculously good cricketer. Yeah, Bradman's dad. It's weird because the spinners usually, got to admit, we have no. You'd say what? Sunil Nareen was the last spinner that was kind of entertaining. The rest are just boring. And here's the big Irish lad, Mark O'Connor. This could kill Gold Coast if they're not dead already. And he's kicked like an Irishman. That is shocking. Juddy, that's crazy. Lou, mate, it's crazy, isn't it, mate? John Noble looking for options. Goes up to the half-back. Oh, Jai Murray heard footsteps and he puts McAndrew under all sorts. Could be costly. Blitzabs finds danger. 1-2 off Manor. This is good football from the Cats. Bailey Smith up to the goal square and desperately spoiled through by Oscar Adams. $53.24. Hey, Blue Bagger, $10. Bring on the World Cup watch-alongs, but more importantly, let's enjoy the Friday night. Amen, my friend. Was that the one with the cutouts in the back, Grooman? Edwards, run-down tackle. No holding the ball decision. And we'll have a stoppage out of 50. Geelong appeal for a drag-in. I think that is the king of wishful thinking. 14:48. For both of them, you'd imagine that you'd want to for you'd want definitely Jed. You'd want a first rounder for, and Bailey you'd want 2. So you'd imagine like 3 firsts and a second, and a swap of seconds maybe. Some mark by Jeremy Cameron, and this has killed Gold Coast. The momentum that's going to be Danger's definitely. Oh, how's Danger not get that free kick? We might do if you want. Do you guys like the Big Bash? I'm not a big Bash fan. I don't like 2020. Controversial, but I do watch it. And Petrarca finally gets a free. Connor Sullivan's defended amiably all game. Blue Bagger, what have you ordered from Uber? What's the new Melbourne team going to be called? And are they going to change their colours? Surely they go like a navy blue. Oh, I'll do it as well. It's just, that's shocking from Petrarca. Don't mind an Portos, mate. Good shout. That's manner class. We did do a 5-day watch along, Jackson, for the Ashes series, mate. It was absolutely unhooked. Bailey Humphrey runs down Rao. No holding the ball decision. Down the line from Sam Closey. Ben Long finds Lombard. Booty Hewland goes onto the goal square. This must be Gold Coast goals. Is that true, Fred? Because isn't at Victoria called the Bush Rangers? Ben King nails it through. That's their first goal for just under an hour. And it gives them a little bit of a hope. Hey, Maddie, how are you? Melbourne Revolution. Don't mind that name, actually. Melbourne Rangers. Scarlet Pimpernel. They seek him here, they seek him there. I'd imagine we've got cap space, but it'd be interesting. I mean, you've got to look at long-term deals, though, haven't you, for the Blues? You'd imagine he wants a long-term deal when you don't know the development of others. I appreciate you, Blue Bagger. I was actually live for it. I'm good, Maddie. I was actually live for it with Jad, one of my friends. I just took the piss out of him. Oh, Danger gets a contentious free. That is insane. Hey up, Rat Poison, how are you? Wasn't that a throw from Danger? This could really knock the sails out of Gold Coast. They've worked so hard for a goal and a point. What colour are they going to wear? Has it been announced? Like, what colour will Melbourne wear? Danger puts it across the face. Can they get the mark? Booty Hewland just spoils it to touch. They're going all right, Geelong. Ah, okay, the sling. Weird, because it happened at the other end with Ben King and there was no decision. Henry has a dink at nothing and through for a behind. You see, that'd be quite sick. 54-31. They try and play it quickly. Bailey Humphrey runs under the ball. Spitfire or Lancaster, both iconic. I'd go the Spitfire there. Well, I mean, it's weird, Luke, because the rumours where he wanted to go back to WA with a family. The rumours were that his ex was moving to Victoria on Reddit, but I don't know how true that is. But, I mean, look, I'd imagine he wants to... I'd imagine Collingwood will pay the price. A kick aimlessly inside 50, and it goes through for a behind. Hey, Toby, how are you? Garlic sauce you can't beat. I am a big garlic man. Don't mind a bit of garlic aioli. Yeah, I'm Paul. You see, that's what I've seen the reports be. Hunter, it could be a good call, mate. There's been a few social experiments that you could put down to social experiments as well. Tanner Braun. That was definitely a throw. Umpire didn't see it. Noah Anderson. Tom Atkins giving it large. Fred could be. Sweet and sour is a good shout. And turnover on the reversed free kick. It's a hanging square ball. Jai Murray takes the mark, goes down the line, finds Booty Hewland. He cuts inside. Inside 50. The target is King. Jed Walter runs under the ball. Colour Jasney. Handballs to Lawson Humphreys. Gets the handball away. And look at... Oh, Tommy Atkins! That's a great tackle from Petrarca. That is brilliant. Roundup. Hunter, I watched a YouTuber the other day that said everyone in Australia is paid actors. I don't know if you guys are getting paid for this. And Petrarca has the goal. 5-7. 3-goal margin. Can I just say that might be the worst sign I've seen in professional sport? The Suns reign supreme. You know what, Jackson? It's funny because when I saw there was rumours he if he can't get to WA, he wants to go to Victoria. You would have thought it would make sense going to Hawthorn because it would buy them time to develop a player without spending multiple firsts. Yeah, Blue Bagger, it's got to be the right bread. Yeah, tough. It's not the best, is it? It's not the best. I've worked with Cardi a few times. Yeah, Maddie, good guy. A nice throw from George Stevens. Umpire just totally lets it go. Quick hands and Sean Manor wrapped up by Johnny Noble. Manor kicks it straight into Ned Moyle, who bends over like my nan to pick it up. Tanner Brown, good hands, finds Manor. That's a great hand pass from Manor. And a nice kick finds the big dog, Neil. You know what? I've actually got really into it, but I do like my Celsiuses, the kiwi and strawberry. Personally, I wouldn't take him at Carlton, to be honest. I think we've got a lot of mids who are young that we're developing around older guys. Thank you very much, Matty. I appreciate you. Fred, is that true? Big goal. Geelong put their foot back on the Suns' necks. Magnus, I haven't. No, you know what? Because of you. Which should I get? Cosmic Blast. Magnus. Or kiwi and strawberry. Okay, done. I don't even have to ask. Rat Poison, I think Spain win it. Don't mind the Brazil tip, though. Don't mind the Brazil tip. I actually think they'll be better than most people are giving them credit for. How have you been anyway? Good to see you back. Hope you're all right. Hope everything's good in your world. 61-37. Tommy Atkins starting to impact on the game now. Uslin Mullin breaks through. Oh, Cameron spills the mark and McAndrew clears his lines. I watched bits of it, the big races. I'm like a fair weather fan of F1. Lawson Humphreys. Oh, Wilshire. That's got to be a free against him. And it is. Wilshire has a shot goal. Yeah, Blue Bag, I've been known to get a whole chicken and just go at it like I'm a caveman. And that is a great goal, to be fair. We've got 6:39 in the third. I'm a big fan of Brazil. I feel like people have really underestimated them just because they're not as glamorous as they usually are. Hey, I'm looking forward to it, Mad Dog, but I think they're going to be incredibly good. They're always brilliant at the big tournaments. Yo, Rylan. Hey, much love, Toby. Where's this Wilshire come from? He's just been absolutely brilliant since coming into the seniors. He's got a little bit of twat about him. 6:39 Oz runner. Plus a quarter. My pleasure, mate. 30 points back to. After making some inroads, Lombard gets the handball away. Tuke Miller drills one into the forward line. Pressure everywhere. That's a big tackle from Ben Jepson on Connor Sullivan. And we have a stoppage in front. Yeah, but Juddy, you've got to give the Carlo Ancelotti factor. I think he will make them play like superstars at the World Cup. Quick hands. Oh, Wilshire slips. John Noble picks his pocket. Good kick. Finds the Walt dog. That's a shocking kick by Walter. $5.55 to play in this third. Spain, England, Portugal, Argentina, France. You know what? I really hope France don't win it. Yeah, controversial. I just don't like Kylian Mbappe. Hey, Toby, congratulations, mate. How's it going? Having a good season? Remember that very well. And the ghost goal, do you remember that, Juddy? That was absolutely mental. I was indeed, Mad Dog. Enjoyed it very much. Buda Euland goes backwards. Patience. Young Shannon Neal just breathing in the big fat ones there. 5:20 to play in this first. Third, even. And they just go nice and short. Gold Coast now in a little bit of bother here. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, Andrew, I think that's a great call, man. Quick hands. They've got from tee to green very well, but the finishing there from Lockie Goulburn, absolutely woeful. You know, the best way to describe this game is it's like the older brother has let the younger brother have a bit of a tail wag, but he's just beat the shit out of him when it counts. And that's what Geelong have done. Yeah, I love it as well, Blue Bagger. I don't think it's healthy, but I do love how obsessed I get with the World Cup as well. Like, I just get obsessed with it. I just, like, fall in love with other nations. Like, I was enjoying Mexico and celebrating like I was Mexican. Noah Anderson, this would be huge, this. Behind. It must have been rat poison. Hey, that's good, that. Toby. Super proud of you, mate. Super proud of you. Well done, mate. That's a huge achievement, my friend. And Geelong have gone quickly here. Henry takes a big mark. Like, I don't think I've ever met anyone Mexican. McAndrew draw, puts it down. Geelong, can they wrestle this out? Martin manages to get it out. He's wrestled as he gets it there. Stoppage. I tell you what, Maradona, first time I came across him was 94 World Cup. Smokey for the World Cup. You know what? I don't think many people have tipped these, but I could see. Dangerous switch. I reckon the Dutch side is incredibly well balanced. And Joe Jeffrey kicks it at goal. Oh, hits the post. Hey, Tran, how are you? Don't mind African Smokey. Paid actors are the Mexicans, are they? Fucking fair few at that ground, mate, I tell you. Yeah, you can never count the Dutch out. They've got pedigree. You've always got to look at pedigree. Got to look at pedigree. There is certain... I'd love an African team to go deep, though. Like, really deep. And big spoil there by Danger. 2:24 to play. Student, the Netherlands. I think it's got a nice balance to it. Moyle. Air shot taps it down, but Jai Murray dinks a kick. Can Lombard take the grab? Mac Holmes does well. Yeah, you know what? That was a great. That was a great game. That as well, Rat Poison. I've seen that, Lou. Don't mind it. Morocco's not a bad shout. Well, they got to the semis last time. Ben Collins just drops the ball there. And Mitch Edwards gets the hold in the ball. Goes up to the goal square. Oh, frantic defending. Wilshire just couldn't get it. Hey, I love you, Toby, mate. Much love. You're a legend, mate. I actually think the Croatia-England game is the best game. Can't wait to watch that. Don't mind the Norway shout from you lot in chat. I mean, when you've got a striker as good as Haaland, you're in it. Half the battle. Oh, Gav, don't mind it. Oh, Henry just misses the mark. Stoppage on the right. Student, look, I do as many games as I can. Unfortunately, I have to be a dad and a husband as well. Or fortunately. And Sam Collins sees it out of play behind. 68, 69, plays 39. We're doing all the Sunday games. So Brazil is 7:45. Group of death. There is some tough groups out there. Mate, Luke, pesky, mate. Pests, mate. And Cameron behind. I think, right, the hardest group. I don't think there's like a traditional group of death, right, per se. But I think Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia, is a hard one to predict. I actually think that's going to be a great group to watch. I'm watching that one with intrigue. Big mark from Henry. And that could be GG's, chap. That could be GG's. I agree, Rat Poison. Like, and also because we got it's just because we're doing 48 people World Cup as well. Like the seedings now make it almost impossible for you to have two genuine superstar teams, let alone three. And Henry drags that one ride. $71.39 going into the final change of ends. What, Group H? You mean Uruguay? Spain should do that. You know what, Juddy? I will look at that tomorrow morning, you know. Guy, I think it might be GG's. Has anyone else noticed that Facebook has changed how you find the comments? Yeah, I just clicked on my mate's video because he's just sent me a message saying, check the last two comments out of my video. And I was like, can't see any fucking comments, mate. What are you on about? And then I saw it. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, this game, Gold Coast, this is disappointing. I think Lou's got a point there. I think Gold Coast might be in a bit of strife. Have they, says? What have they done with them? Let's have a look. Essendon, Melbourne, Special, Guernsey. Oh, that's quite a nice touch, that. It's quite a nice touch, that. It's not garish. Who's the sponsor of Melbourne's Guernsey? It looks like it's AI. Penrite. They're an oil company, aren't they? What's going on there, Luke? What do you know? Hunter, to be fair, shout out at YouTube's automation. You know what? Mateus Fernandez was my dream signing. I'm a big fan. Yeah, but it's on reading the looking at the shirt, right, Andrew? Who makes Melbourne's shirt? Hey, Jess, they're keeping, isn't it? You know why? It wouldn't surprise me because I think Bailey was huge. That was promised a lot of midfield minutes. And then, like, 10 minutes later, they bought more midfielders. Hey, Jay, needs more calcium. They definitely need more. They're not very balanced. Kookaburra make North Melbourne and Frios. Let's have a look. Melbourne Demons manufacturer. So it's New Balance, but my question is, chat, right? My question is, why is Penrite where the logo is? Chat, I'm surprised you're... Look, with respect to Essendon, I can't see it. Hey, Luke, he's pretty good, isn't he? Oh, you know what, chat? I hate to do this. Says, don't hate me. You know I love you, but I did tip Geelong in this, so I'm actually not that bothered. I'm with you, Gav. I mean, every week I lock a player away, a tip away as a guarantee. The Melbourne tip was my guarantee. Luke, I'll do some sniffs, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's put it that way. I love cooking. I love a bit of cooking. You know what? I've got another little PommInOz here. You know the phrase cooker, right? I think we should ban that from the world. Because I've noticed, this is just my social media musings for the week, chat, that nowadays people just use a assumed slur instead of like having a debate about the point. Here we go, fourth quarter. 26. The way they're playing, no. Don't wear an apron, mate. Don't wear an apron. Just go straight in, mate. Straight in. Asbestos fingers. I'm right. Yeah, rat poison, I'm with you. I just find that people... I've noticed it's just dropped ad-libly. Like, people just argue the man, not the person. Cooked, I like. I use cooked a lot. Like, guys cooked. But cooker... It always seems to reference anyone with a political persuasion they don't enjoy. Big Mark Connor O'Sullivan. And looking for a switch. Just winds me up. I was just a Pommy musing this afternoon. I saw it used 6 times. And I just found it deeply ironic. Andrew, mate. To be fair, I have asbestos fingers from my nan. Yeah, walk is another one as well. I don't like as well. Yeah, Bradman's dad is usually, like, for an example, it will be like this. Like, if someone said, I think we should return to the gold standard, cooker. Woke nonsense is fine. 50 for Gold Coast. Woke nonsense is fine when it's used ironically. Because I use it all the time. I'd never call someone woke, though. Matt Rowell nails the goal. Chance. Yeah, well, Guy, it's not used in that context. I only ever see it politically. I just find it fascinating. But to Gab's point, woke nonsense to describe anything is brilliant, especially if you use it ironically. Gab's call on that was genius, by the way, and I'm glad Hunter appreciates it. Hunter's a man of... has it. Yeah, like, I'm with you. I'm with you, Judy. Like, just saying it, because I also say I voted for a hard Brexit in my group chat for anything related to, like, literally anything related to anything that sounds slightly European, and I'll bring that up in my group chat all the time. What does bet mean again? It's like, okay, my kids are forbidden to use it because it makes no grammatical sense. There's a behind. It's like cap. I banned my kids from saying cap as well because it makes no sense. Like, how does that mean I'm lying? But yeah, kids are banned from that. I don't like to be a Nazi on words, but like I have my limits. Like if you're talking to me and I say, Dad, I say, can you clean your room? Bet. No, it's yes, Dad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, give me the respect of my full title. Sam Collins takes the mark. My watch along schedule, all the Sunday games. Tomorrow we're doing the South Australia versus Western Australia, and then we're doing the North Melbourne versus West Coast game. Tuka Miller goes down the right, finds Danny Rioli. Zeke Hewland touched. That's stupidly touched as well. You know what, Gav, as well? You know what I did the other day? One of my kids said soz to me, and I used to use soz. I still use soz as a 40-year-old man, right? But I used to cop it all the time as a kid that saying soz doesn't mean sorry. And my kids sozzed me the other day, and I did the whole, well, you can't really be that sorry, can you? Because you can't even use the 5 letters that sorry has. And I was like, oh my God. Danny Rioli caught. I bowl with my right and bat with my left. Gav, that's woke nonsense. I voted for a Brexit, mate. Strong Brexit. You know what, actually, a couple of weeks ago, me and my mate have like an annual left-handed versus right-handed golf. And we send each other the scores, but we play with opposite hands. Can't do it, mate. Literally can't do it. And out of bounds we go. 16 minutes to play, and Danny Rioli will bring us back in. Good mark there by Murray. That's quite impressive, though, that, Gav. Paul, what hand do you play? Good tackle there by Ben King. They're trying to force it now. Gold Coast have definitely gone up a level. Yeah, I do. Tough, mate. I'm a firm believer that if you tackle in football, that you've got to take a little bit of the ankle, ideally. If you don't, I don't trust it. Yeah, nonce. You know what? Funny story about nonce, right, Edwin? I used to work with this chick, right, when I first came to Australia, right? And like nonce is just, it's got a horrible undertone because it means Peter Ian File, so we don't get demonetized. But you'll call your mates it as a joke and stuff. But I used this I never worked with when I came to Australia. And she called her mate, right, all the time. She called her boyfriend the time, like, would just use it. would just use it. And like I had to explain to her, you can't call him that because it doesn't mean what you think it means. I like the way you've used gash there, Andrew. That's a great term. Great term. It's a great term, that. It's a great term. That's quality. That's quality. Well done. Do you know what I mean? Big Sandhurst golf courses. So, when was the last time we played one? Like the Sandbelt golf courses. Let's have a look. See if I can. I'll go. I can tell you actually. I can tell you because I keep an Excel spreadsheet. So last one we played, February, Kingston Heath, 78. That helps. And shot a goal. And that's a big goal. That could be GG's. I haven't. Tough. Hunter, that's such a nice works. Luke, I'm a paradox. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a paradox. I just say, you know what? People's opinions of my politics are really funny. Because I think they mistake the fact that I'm quite a nice guy with that, like I'm some kind of left-wing loony. Jackson, I genuinely think, right, once you and are shooting, I would say 28 upwards, I would get custom fit. And the reason I say this is it's a massive change. It's a massive change. Like, it is a huge thing, particularly because it's so cheap to custom fit now. And genuinely, if you're first starting, a lot of the sets you can buy are bent or half long, half short. Massive change. And also, like I advise people who I coach at the minute, get yourself on eBay. Someone will have them custom fits out. Yorkshire is Conservative. We've got a Labour MP where I am for like the last 30 years. It's crazy. I agree with that, Tough. Quick hands. But it is funny. It genuinely is funny. Bombs Farage. He's... yeah. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Like, one day we can go into... like, one day we can go into like a political discussion, but genuinely what people assume I'm not. Quick mark. Shannon Neal. And Paddy Dangerfield takes the mark. Hunter, it's such a niche way to describe it. R9 or Cantona to win one game? R9. Well, you see, right? You see, I agree with it. But for me, if you are going to talk politics, it's like religion for me. You've got to come at it with respect, but also the ability to learn, right? And I say this to my kids. 3, maybe be wrong as well. And if you come at any conversation with that, you will come out of it more engaged and more intelligent. But I do find it funny. I always find that funny though, Luke, because like when I argue with Luke, who, with due respect to Swoop Luke, I think he is on the left side. I argue with him politically all the time because I just don't believe in it. Top goal scorer in the World Cup this year. You know what? Controversial this, but due to their group, I actually think Erling Haaland will score 6 goals in the groups. Lawson Humphries' turnover goes back inside 50. Wilshire run down in the tackle, holding the ball, Sam Collins. Right, Poison, I agree. Look, I just genuinely think. But Luke, to answer your question, I haven't voted Labour in the UK, and I come from like an area that you should vote Labour since 2010. So as I got older, I went away from Labour. Yeah, his Blue Bagger is amazing. I couldn't imagine. I agree with you, Hunter. Gav, you 100%. But it's a fascinating conversation. People get so worked up about it, and are behind. Like I just find it quite funny, to be honest. But yeah, what Luke said. 10 minutes left. But that's why I find it funny when people say that. Like I've had people come on this show and say that like I'm socialist. I don't know where they've got that from. Like I genuinely don't. Like I genuinely don't understand where they get it from. But I mean, oh, that's going to be a sling tackle against Bailey. Gold Coast have been absolutely horrific, chat. No, they meant socialist, unfortunately, Rainer. They did. Which I find weird. But I mean, each their own. Right, boys. I mean, for me, it's because I come from the north of England. So, like, voting Tory right wing is Margaret Thatcher. It was like, you might as well vote Hitler. But as I got older, I just like, kind of started to research it. And big mark from Dempsey. Without getting into a political discussion, especially where I come from, Labour now don't look after the working class. They look at every other demographic. So as I was working there, I always believe you vote for your people, not yourself. You vote for your community. And I couldn't see how my working class community was going to get better. And big goal from Dempsey. Politically homeless. You know what? Look, I do take an interest in politics. I think it's very interesting. I just, why I refrain from it, and most like look, the two things you'll get from me on this channel is total fucking honesty, and two, I try not to comment on things that I don't care about. So it's why, like, social issues, right? Social issues, I don't care enough about a lot of things, but men's mental health, because I'm a man and I have 2 boys. But that doesn't mean that I don't care about everyone. I will comment on that because I'm a man with boys. I feel like it's my duty Doesn't mean that I disregard the other things. Just means I don't feel like my voice can be lent to fix things that I'm not. Big tackle there. That's got to be holding the ball, Lumps, and it is. You know what? Interesting fact, Gav. It wasn't designed by Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss helped in the production, but it was actually designed by the PR graduates of the party we're not allowed to say. Def, how are you, Bobby? I'm good, mate. How are you? Oh, I love that, Nodge. Quick hands. And Bailey Smith goes up to a four. Tell you what, Petrarca, apart from the goal, has been dog poop. How are you, Draft King? Good to see you in chat, mate. How's life going? You see, I can answer. Ah, Kia, I appreciate that. Thank you for the answer. Thank you. So to answer your question, Luke, this is where people think I'm a socialist because I believe in a lot of community-based action. So I think there needs to be more done. Like, I live in Melton. There is a lot more we could do for communities to help the vulnerable out that we choose not to do. And that's what annoys me. Cameron! Goal. They are brilliant, Geelong. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. But I think that's where people get the idea from. Favourite food? Gav, start us off. You know what I treated Mrs. Pom to today? Well, I don't want to say like I've treated her like she's a fucking like animal. Right? But we went out and Mrs. Pom had some shopping to do and I had a few videos to record with people. So we met up, we had lunch, but I had a banh mi. Absolutely, honestly, can I just say banh mi's are the single greatest lunch in the fucking world, man. Bradman's dad, yeah. So, I mean, that's what I do. So that's what... But if that makes me laugh, but I do like it. You see, look, Luke thought I was left. I just think we need to do more as a community, man. Just saying. Grimman, I did, yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, that's a big conversation. Dev, you know what? It's really weird as well. When you speak to the players, they talk about how different it is, which surprises me because when you talk to soccer players, they notice the dimensions slightly, but it's not a big thing. You know what? Honestly, banh mi is so good. I appreciate you, tough. Like, that's it. But genuinely, honestly, banh mi is so fucking good, man. Like, it's the bread. Oh, Big Mac. And what is the pate that they put on? Can someone explain to me who's more intelligent in Asian cuisine? What is the pate they put on? I'm a chili man, Andrew. Mrs. Pom's a no chili. I like a bit of spice. But the two things about banh mi's, right, are the bread is amazing, but why are cucumbers better cut lengthways than across? And that's a behind. I did, Groom, and I go crazy, mate. It's duck liver. Is it really duck liver? Can't beat a banh mi, man. Crossy, I think they lack, genuinely, we were talking about it earlier, I think Gold Coast lack role players, like grafters. Everyone's sexy. Good mark. Yeah, but Guy, why is it better? I don't get why. The only thing I can think of is you've got larger surface area, so it's not as wet. But who knows? And Ben King nails it through. It's been a very disappointing night for the Suns. Five minutes 7. Get rid of Volkswagens. Why are we hating German cars? German engineering is absolutely amazing. I mean, look, I'm all for bagging the Germans, but you know what? It actually works. It works the other way, Ampo. If you've got it, it's almost like you've watched every ad full. No, cut. C-U-T. Cut. You know, when they're cut lengthwise, they taste better. Because I like cucumbers either way, but for some reason, they are nice in a sandwich when they're lengthways. And Zeke Hewland takes the mark, 53.92. Luke, definitely. Pasta pizza. Oh, I thought that was actually a fucking chow mein. And Hewland slots it through. A little too late from Gold Coast. I mean, look, Gav, you could say that. I just think a length. Look, I feel like the length is better than the girth. Hey, Reynolds, is my accent as well. Cut and cooked sound the same, don't they? Really? You see, Tough, that could be it. I just think they're nice. You know what, actually, Norge? It came up on my YouTube the other day about that Fanta is a German invention. Did not know that. As a man that loves my World War II knowledge, I didn't know that, and I was like, interesting. And Petrarca's decided to come and play with 5 minutes to go. See, I saw where you were taking me, Gav, so I thought I'd hold your hand and go with you. Yeah, I'm more of a length guy than a girth with me cucumbers. It's such a good clip. If you just tuned into this, like, fucking brilliant. Quick hands here from Geelong. 4 minutes to play. Inside 50 we go, and that's a big mark. Well, Ollie Henry's got a shot goal. What's the best car you've ever had, chat? Tell me your best car. 4 minutes to play. Tell me your best car you've ever had and why. Mine is a Mini Cooper, 1980. Absolute dream car. Big goal, that. The one that's working. BMW M3, very nice. Toyota Cobra. A V8 Commodore. I'm guessing that's a V8. That's fair enough, kid. You know what? When I first met Mrs. Pom, she had a Ford Laser. V8 Charger. VH Charger. Rainer, that's... You know what? I have to Google it. I'm not a car guy, so I've asked you because I actually don't know anything about cars. Oh, a VP Commodore. Sorry, Gav. Oh, that looks... You see, look, that looks nice. Why do you call it, as well, Holden, and in England, that's a Vauxhall? LX Torona hatch. You see, now I've got to Google these. You can't just like... Thank God we've got Matt Lang here, who understands that Pom doesn't do cars. That does look nice. That looks very cute. Toyota Jazz. Oh, the JZX. That's a very rev at the lights, that car. Yeah, but why don't you use the Vauxhall name? Is there like something that I'm missing? Like, is it like, you know, you can't use Burger King? I'd do anything to have the Mini back, because that thing never fucking did anything with petrol. You could park it pretty much in, like, freaking a wheelchair fucking trolley place. Vauxhall. Sounds like gravy. Used to be the non-league when I was a kid. They used to sponsor the non-league. Good times. So does that mean you had... Did you have a Holden Corsa, chat? Patrick Dangerfield off a step behind. Hey, how are you, Atouche? Good to see you, my friend. I love that, Edwina. That's cool. It could be that, Hunter. So did you have... Oh, that's interesting, that, Kier. Thank you. Was there a Holden Corsa? Was it a Corsa? You missed that. You missed that because we had a Vauxhall Corsa, which was like the car, like what would the car be to an Australian? When we first passed our test, the Vauxhall Corsa was the car that was quite cheap. Everyone sold it cheap. That's going to be high on Joel Jeffrey. Wilshire's going to have a shot in front. The Barina was the Corsa, right? Okay. Right, because in the UK, that was the car that 17, 18-year-olds bought. And they would just basically pick up girls questionably of age at 17, 18. So, Holden Barina. Like, you never trusted anyone with a Corsa in the UK. They were proper bad people. But they would, like, put neons inside... and they'd have a subwoofer 10 times the price of the actual car. Like, absolute knobheads. Right, Mrs. Pom feels targeted. Nissan Pulsar. That's a Falcon or a Commodore. So you called it the Barina, the Holden... You see, that doesn't sound... Like, calling your mate a nonce in a Barina doesn't sound right. Thank you very much, Mrs. P. But yeah, that was the car. Like, I remember when I first went to buy a car when I was 18. So I had the Mini and then she died when I was 18. And I went and got a car. I went to get another car. And I had like £2,000 to spend on a car. And every car was a fucking Corsa. It was a nightmare to buy one. like not buy the course. So like I had to go out and get a different car. And I ended up getting a Rover Estate as Ben King takes the final mark. So I got a Rover and it was a guzzler on petrol. I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it. That's cool. Yeah, genuinely, that's all I remember. Because my mate used to have a Corsa, and whenever he used to take us to footy training, it genuinely just smelt of sweat, desperation, and bad choices. That's all it smelt. Horrible car. I used to listen to like and like Tiesto fucking full volume, and the windows would just be like, yeah, quality times. Hated being in his car. Hated it if he was carpooling. Chat, I will be back tomorrow midday. We're watching the under 18s. Kicks off tomorrow, chat. Big week of football. So I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you come on down. Some absolute terrific footballers on show tomorrow, chat. Some absolute filthy young footballers playing tomorrow, which will be good as we kick off as South Australia begin the defence of their under 18s national championships. Some big names though tomorrow. We've got Gabriel Patterson. He's in the top 30. Looking at the teams, Matthews Hamptons, Ethan Herbert, my boy, he'll be on show. Western Australia have some big guys as well to watch. George Gale, he's coming. Heath Melody, he kicks the ball beautifully. So chat, love you so much. I will see you tomorrow. It is indeed shown on the AFL app. So chat, I'll see you tomorrow. Had a lot of fun. That game was a tough game to watch.